Have you ever wanted a better life, bigger dreams, or a brighter future, but somehow ended up scrolling instead? You tell yourself, just one more video. Then 1 minute becomes an hour. One day becomes a month. And before you realize it, your future is slipping away. The saddest part isn't that you don't have potential, it's that distraction is quietly stealing it. Today's story is about a 15-year-old boy who learned one lesson that changed his life forever. And if you're feeling stuck right now, it might change yours too. Ethan was only 15 years old, but deep down, he already felt defeated. Not because he had failed at life, because he had stopped trying. Every morning began the same way. His alarm rang. His hand reached for his phone before his eyes were even fully open. Notifications, videos, memes, messages, one more minute, he always told himself. But 1 minute became 30. 30 became an hour. And before he realized it, another day had already slipped away. School felt meaningless. Homework felt impossible. His attention span was disappearing. Teachers said he had potential. His parents said he was wasting himself. But Ethan didn't feel lazy. He felt numb, like his brain was constantly full but strangely empty at the same time. The worst part was this. He remembered who he used to be. When he was younger, Ethan loved drawing. He could spend hours sketching superheroes, buildings, characters, entire worlds from his imagination. Back then, he dreamed of becoming an artist someday. But now, he barely touched a pencil anymore. Why draw when endless entertainment was sitting in his pocket? Every free second became scrolling. Fast videos, fast laughs, fast dopamine. His brain had become addicted to distraction. And without realizing it, he was trading his future for comfort. One rainy Saturday morning, Ethan woke up and grabbed his phone. Dead battery. He groaned. Then he noticed something worse. The Wi-Fi was down too. A storm during the night had damaged the power lines in the neighborhood. No internet. No games. No videos. Nothing. For the first time in years, Ethan sat in complete silence. It felt uncomfortable. Almost painful. He wandered around the house aimlessly until the front door opened. It was Grandpa Noah. Grandpa Noah lived alone outside town in a small wooden cabin near the forest. He was different from everyone Ethan knew. No social media, no smartphone, no obsession with screens. Yet somehow, he always seemed peaceful. Strong, happy, the complete opposite of Ethan. Grandpa Noah took one look at Ethan sprawled lifelessly across the couch. "You look miserable," he chuckled. "There's no internet," Ethan muttered dramatically. Grandpa Noah laughed softly. "Interesting, what? Young people today can survive heartbreak, stress, and embarrassment, but not boredom." Ethan rolled his eyes. "It's not that deep." Grandpa Noah nodded calmly. "Maybe not." Then he sat beside him. "Tell me something honestly. When was the last time you were truly proud of yourself?" The question caught Ethan off guard. He opened his mouth, then closed it again. Because he honestly didn't know. Grandpa Noah continued gently. "When was the last time you worked hard at something for weeks? When was the last time you sat quietly without needing entertainment? When was the last time you created something instead of consuming?" Each question felt heavier than the last. Ethan looked away. Grandpa Noah stood up slowly. "Come with me." They walked through the rain toward the backyard shed. Ethan had never really paid attention to it before. Inside were old woodworking tools, shelves covered in sawdust, unfinished furniture, and the smell of cedar wood. "This used to be my workshop," Grandpa Noah said. Ethan looked surprised. "You built all this?" His grandfather nodded. Every chair, every table, every cabinet. He picked up 2 wooden blocks from a shelf. One block was polished smooth and beautiful. The other was cracked, dark, and rotting. "Do you know the difference between these 2 pieces of wood?" Grandpa Noah asked. Ethan shrugged. "One was shaped carefully every day," he said. "The other was ignored." He handed Ethan the cracked block. "People become the same way." Ethan frowned slightly. "What do you mean?" Grandpa Noah looked him directly in the eyes. "Your habits shape you. Every scroll, Every hour wasted, every excuse repeated. You are either building yourself or slowly breaking yourself apart. The room fell silent. Then Grandpa Noah said something Ethan would never forget. The world today is fighting for your attention, and whatever gets your attention gets your life. That night, Ethan couldn't sleep. For the first time in a long time, he looked honestly at himself. Hours wasted every day, dreams abandoned, no discipline, no focus, no direction. Not because he was stupid, not because he lacked talent, because distraction had become his lifestyle. At 2 a.m., Ethan opened his screen time report, 7 hours and 43 minutes. In one day, his stomach dropped. That was almost 54 hours a week, more than 2 full days of life gone. He imagined what could happen if those hours were spent learning, practicing, building something meaningful. That thought scared him. The next morning, Ethan made one small decision. No phone for the first hour after waking up. That was all. Simple, but surprisingly difficult. The next morning felt horrible. His hand kept reaching for his pocket automatically. His mind felt restless, like it needed stimulation every few seconds. But instead of scrolling, Ethan pulled an old sketchbook from under his bed. Dust covered the front. He opened it slowly. Inside were drawings from years ago. Superheroes, fantasy cities, characters. He stared at them quietly. "I used to be good at this," he whispered. For the first time in years, Ethan picked up a pencil. At first, his drawings looked terrible. His hands felt rusty, but something strange happened after 30 minutes. He forgot about his phone. He became focused. Present, alive, that single hour changed something inside him. The next day, he did it again. Then again. Slowly, Ethan began protecting his mornings from distraction. 1 hour became 2. Instead of consuming endlessly, he started creating again. His mind began changing. School became easier. His thoughts felt clearer. His anxiety slowly decreased. And most importantly, he started believing in himself again. Weeks later, Ethan showed one of his drawings to his art teacher. She stared at it for several seconds. "Ethan, did you really make this?" He nodded nervously. "This is incredible." That sentence hit Ethan harder than she realized. Because for months, maybe years, he had forgotten what it felt like to improve at something. To earn confidence. Not fake confidence from likes and validation. Real confidence. The kind built through effort. Meanwhile, most of his friends continued living the same cycle. Wake up. Scroll, school, games, videos, sleep, repeat. They laughed when Ethan stopped spending entire weekends online. "You disappeared, bro. You're boring now. You act like an old man." At first, those comments bothered him. But then Grandpa Noah told him something powerful. When people cannot control themselves, they become uncomfortable around people who can. That changed Ethan's perspective completely. Months passed. His drawings improved rapidly. He watched tutorials, practiced anatomy, studied perspective, learned digital art. His identity changed. One evening, Grandpa Noah visited Ethan's room. Sketches covered the walls. For the first time in years, Ethan's room looked alive. Grandpa Noah smiled. "You look different." Ethan looked up from his desk. "I feel different." His grandfather nodded. "Do you know why?" Ethan shook his head. "Because discipline creates self-respect. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you become stronger." That sentence became Ethan's new mindset. At 16, Ethan started posting his artwork online. At first, almost nobody noticed. 10 likes, 20 likes. But he kept posting. Consistently, while others chased quick entertainment, Ethan was quietly building skills. Months later, one of his videos suddenly exploded online. Thousands of people shared his artwork. Then tens of thousands. Soon, small businesses began paying him for designs. Then gaming creators. Then companies. At 18 years old, Ethan earned more from his art than most adults in his town. But money was not the greatest reward. The greatest reward was who he had become. Years later, Ethan returned to his old school to speak to students. Everyone expected him to talk about success, money, or social media. Instead, he walked onto stage holding two wooden blocks. One polished beautifully, one cracked and rotting. The room became silent. "These blocks changed my life," he began. "When I was your age, I thought small habits didn't matter. I thought one more video didn't matter. One more lazy morning didn't matter. One more wasted day didn't matter. But life changes slowly. So slowly you barely notice. Until one day you wake up and realize you became someone you never wanted to be." The students listened carefully. Then Ethan held up the polished block. This one was shaped every day, not all at once. Little by little, he held up the broken block. This one was ignored. That is what happens to people too. Then he looked directly at the audience. The world today profits from distracted people. Because distracted people never build their potential. They consume instead of create. They compare instead of improve. They wait instead of act. The room was completely silent now. Then Ethan smiled slightly. "But here's the good news. You do not need to change your whole life overnight. You just need one good habit. 1 hour less scrolling, 1 hour more learning, 1 hour building your future." That is how lives change. Not through giant moments. Through small daily decisions repeated long enough to become identity. Before leaving the stage, Ethan said one final thing. Protect your attention. Because whatever controls your attention controls your future. And for many students sitting in that room that day, that sentence would quietly change their lives forever. If this story spoke to you, hit the like button not for me, but as a promise to yourself. Then comment below. What's the one habit you're changing starting tomorrow? Small habits shape your future. Share this with someone who feels stuck. Maybe this is the wake-up call they needed. And subscribe to Wise Stranger, where one story can change the way you see your life. Remember, whatever controls your attention controls your future.